Welcome back everyone to more Standard on Arena with me Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Today we're trying out Final Fantasy cards in Standard, in various decks. And today, one of the decks is going to be this Izzet Prowess list. We played some of an Izzet Prowess list yesterday with 4 copies of Vivi. I think I decided I wanted a fewer copies of Vivi. So we're just going to have the 2 copies today. Slightly lower curve as a result. But the card did feel promising. I'm excited to play with this card more. For anyone who's not read it, Vivi's an 0-3 for 3 mana. But whenever you cast a non-creature spell, your opponent takes 1 and Vivi grows. And then once per turn, Vivi makes mana equal to his power. So you cast a bunch of spells, it grows the Vivi, and then you get all the mana back that you've used, in a sense. And Vivi keeps growing across turns too, so if you get a 4 power Vivi one turn, next turn it's going to start at 4 power, you're going to get 3 or 4 triggers, going to be 8 power, suddenly you make 8 mana. Like, Vivi goes crazy if you get to untap with this card. Of course, we're playing it in Izzet Prowess, one of the main decks in Standard right now. All about Cori-Steel Cutter. Cori-Steel Cutter, arguably the strongest card in Standard, makes a token every time you cast your second spell. We have a bunch of Prowess creatures. We are playing alongside it. Stormchaser's Talent, Drake Catcher. That are also going to get pumped by all these spells we're casting that trigger our Cori-Steel Cutter. Seems like a nice little deck, to put it lightly. Let's see if we can get some wins with Izzet Prowess featuring Vivi. Against Dimir. Interesting. Okay, let's have some red mana open for bat. Hey, what do you know? We had some red mana open for bat. Game's just that easy. Unfortunately, our hand is not great against Dimir. Lots of cantrips, not a lot of action, but nice to have the bat answer at the ready. Ooh, I love Stock Up. I kind of want to take Furnace for Preacher, though. I think we're going to be really grateful to have a Furnace in hand. Or they're going to take our Furnace. And that's acceptable, too. You thought the bird song was where you are? Incredible. A little bit scared of this Curiosity card. Bit of me almost wonders if I meant to hold Open Town ain't big enough because of Curiosity. Curiosity would be such a beating. Okay, they don't have second blue. That's good news. Keeping Cut down on top, huh? Alright. Let's go for an opt. Kinda have to hope they don't have Tidebinder here, I guess. Ooh, Torch is nice. Torch is very nice. Okay, notably, if I Rage the Trainer, I can double spell in my opponent's turn as well. And I get to say, yeah, this is kind of interesting, right? They can kill the trainer, I guess, and that would be sad. But the trainer's already replaced itself. Although I guess the Rage saves the thing from cut down, so like there's no rush. Alright, I buy it. They do not have the Tidebinder. So that's nice. We're gonna get in with our critters. I'm just gonna hold my mana open because then if they cut down on their turn, we get to make a token. Not too scared of the Spyglass, considering they are incapable of curiosity-ing me, apparently. Alright, they get in for 4. They're getting rid of the token. I mean, this is acceptable. Does not really concern me. Let's go Furnace. Kill the Spyglass. I'm surprised you don't hear birds out in the middle of the country, Sophia. Although I guess the US is very strange. Maybe it's believable somehow. I would love an opt. Sounds perfect. Alright. Wait, I don't even need to cast the Rage. I can just cast the opt. Fascinating. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Callie. It took me a moment. But I forgot there's just like a bunch of places in the US that don't have trees. I feel like basically like the vast majority of wild places I can think of in the UK have trees. So it just didn't really occur to me. You have questions about our opponent's name. I was really trying not to draw attention to it. Indeed, indeed. I'm pretty sure the correct card to take there is Cutter. However, the fun card to take is Vivi. So here we are. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, if we cast this, we can activate the Sauna. Wait, this is crazy. Am I right about this? I just missed the damage. It doesn't matter, chat. It's fine. Oh my god, Sunbeef. Incredible comment. Demir. Definitely don't want these hatches. Probably don't want these rages. The rest is less clear. Curiosity could be kind of nice. I think Ral is not amazing against them, but can sometimes be good. Ral's a bit weird. Yeah, Litho hits Kaito. I don't really expect Kaito to still be in the deck, but Litho also kills Bat and Curiosity. And all their 2-drops. So it should probably be in the deck. I sometimes wonder if this is too many Flood Maws, but it does help against this Preacher card. So I kind of feel like this might be a matchup where Vivi's bad, because Vivi's so bad into spot removal. I think the black decks are like the worst possible matchups for Vivi. But I could be wrong about that. Thank you everyone for watching. If you're enjoying the stream, please make sure to give it a follow. I stream Magic on Arena on Twitch. Standard. Most Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I've missed a few recently. But I'm now back home. And mulliganing this hand, I guess. I almost want to keep it. I should probably mulligan. I'm now back home, so I should be streaming a bit more consistently. If you're really enjoying the stream, I have a YouTube channel. Editor does a great job of uploading my VODs there. Lots of great content from the past few months of Standard over on my YouTube. Go like, follow, subscribe to see some good Standard stuff. I offer coaching. My coaching details are a little bit out of date. I need to update them because I do actually coach in Modern now as well as Standard. But Standard and Modern coaching with a Pro Tour champ. Good stuff. And also, I have a Patreon, which is one of the best ways to support me. Links on screen and in chat. I write articles, strategy guides, matchup guides for my Patreon once every week or two. Lots of great stuff over there. Definitely worth a look. Currently we have a modern Team Eldrazi guide, because that's the deck I play in modern. There's also an Izzet Prowess guide for standard, although it's not updated for Final Fantasy yet. I'll probably be updating it at some point next week, once I have figured out how many Vivis I want to be playing and how it changes the deck. But yeah, I try and keep the guides up to date. Lots of good content. I might start doing some Patreon exclusive videos occasionally pretty soon. That's something to also be on the lookout for. Good content over there. Thank you everyone for watching. So many bats. Cool. Kind of acceptable. That is very flimsy. Also, they're missing land drops, and that's phenomenal for me. Oh, I'm kind of interested in this Curiosity, honestly. Oh, this lets me cast the Curiosity. Kind of tempting. From his 5th land is like not super exciting, but do I play around Quench? I think I don't. I think I want them to not know the Curiosity is coming. Although it might just get flooped, and that would be very sad. I guess that's the one downside to Curiosity in this matchup. So honestly, if they're spending 4 mana to floop it away, that sounds pretty acceptable, because they're very far behind on mana. Alright, now we either get to draw a card or they have to block. Ooh, we can deny them the choice. I mean, that sounds pretty good. I guess I'd be pretty happy if they blocked anyway, but why let them have the option if we think we're killing the bat regardless? So if I play untapped land, I could find a Torch or Barrage to kill this bat. But I kind of want to play my tap land this turn, I guess. Oh, or I could play a fun Stormchaser's Talent this turn. That sounds pretty good too. Oh, if I play tap land though, I get to take Cutter and go Cutter stock up. I could also take the Torch and just answer their bat. And then we get a stock up anyway. Alright, we figured it out. It took me a moment. Took me a moment. I guess the one thing I'm a little spooked about is if they play Preacher, because it blocks pretty well, but seems fine. If that's their turn, I feel like we're astronomically far ahead. So we get an Emblem of Enduring Curiosity with a Cutter in play. Apparently we get an Emblem of Enduring Curiosity anyway. It seems the opponent is about to lose the game. If I can find an opt off the Sleight, I can make a token in their turn as well. Oh. That's pretty good too. I think I just attack, and then I could cast the Cutter. I feel like they might have Spell Pierce. I think I just attack and then say go. I'm like reasonably confident they have Spell Pierce here. I'm gonna torch this on end stat. I don't care about them gaining a life. Keep this a little bit secret. Alright, we have a lot going on now. As if we didn't already. Flood Maw's honestly fine. Alright, make 2 tokens. In comes the Tidebinder. It doesn't stop this one from hitting them though, so I wouldn't exactly describe it as saving them. Ooh, if I take the opt, I can cast 2 things in their turn. That might be better than taking a stock up. Alright, draw 2 cards, find a land drop ideally. Hey. What do you know? We are swimming in riches. Resolves. Bounce the Tidebinder. Alright, pretty nice first match. We got to do some Cori-Steel Cutter things. Okay, obviously we're keeping this. It has Cori-Steel Cutter in it. And good mana. And things to trigger Cutter with. What more could we want? Basic mountain. I see. I think I'm interested in casting this. I think it's fine too. We have another one in hand. Hey, Stormchasers is pretty nice. So if I cast the Stormchasers, the token might just die. Whereas if I cast the Steel Cutter, presumably nothing dies. And maybe we can find a removal spell next turn and cast it off our cantrips. The worst case scenario is if it's actually the mirror and they untap and abrade us, but they're probably mono red. So. Right. Go for a Sleight of Hand. Roaring Furnace does answer the challenger. Yeah, this worked out perfect. Now we get our token and we answer their challenger. Get in for 2. Hopefully they don't... They probably do have a Scrum Assist. They didn't have a 1-drop, so... Yeah, they do have the Scrum Assist. We don't have the bounce spell for it, but they're holding it on defense, which I'm honestly pretty relieved about. Just Thundertrap. Yeah, seems good. We can find a bounce spell in the top 4. Okay, we do find the town ain't big enough, so we can bounce the Nemesis next turn. This turn we can just set up, keep making this board wide. Seems pretty reasonable. I wonder if I ever want to attack with this 3/3. If they block, I think that's kind of acceptable. And then I can just use the town on their next thing. Like, they're killing 2 tokens, but the Steel Cutter's still here. This is very acceptable. Steel Cutter's still just going to keep pumping out these tokens. Fire off the stock up. Let's take land. Oh, I wish I could kill the Soul Stone. Sadly, I can't quite, but this still seems quite reasonable to me. Go for a Sleight of Hand, get our token. Kind of don't need this stock up, but I guess I can take it. And then I might just opt for the damage. It's worth 2 damage. It's not like I'm really holding much open here in any meaningful sense. Yeah, it's like, I'm very okay with them Burst Lightning because it means they're not Soul Stoning. Sure, they kill 2 things, but it costs 2 cards. And we're just going to rebuild so quickly because we have a Steel Cutter in play. Alright, there's the Heartfire. They do have the good card. Okay, okay. Opponent's doing some things. It must be said. I guess I could go Town, Bounce, Furnace, Manifold, cast Town. Sorry, cast the Furnace. Do wish I had a land drop right now. Must be sad. But we're still pretty phenomenally far ahead. Alright, defensive Cutter token gets to block the Heartfire. Or it can rage into the Soulstone. Yep. Very nice. Alright, nice game 1 there. They didn't have a 1-drop. Makes the game a lot easier. We definitely want all these Drake catchers in. If anyone is unable to scream Abrade Clasm. In terms of bad cards, kind of think most of our cards are pretty good here. Trainer's quite slow. So the trainers could probably go. I could see Town going. It's like pretty nice though. Vivi definitely has a problem against like Lithomantic Barrage. I think Rage is good because Rage scales really well against that burn spells. Oh, we probably want to trim some stock ups. Maybe trim 2 stock ups under Town. Could be reasonable. Or I could keep a 3rd stock up in and get rid of both towns. Let's try this. Game 2 against Mono Red. Alright, certainly keeping this. Has a removal spell. Has very good mana. Flood Maw is obviously a bit more impressive if we have some pressure to back them up with, but... Alright, we're just gonna torch this challenger. Ooh, very nice draw. Just answer this Higher Claw. Get it out of here. Alright, please no Scremesis. Okay, Hasty Hero. I mean, Flood Maw will help reset this later on down the line. I guess this is acceptable. A little bit worried about this Vivi just dying, but I also feel like I just need to do something proactive. Yeah, we do have more answers to Mage Bane with the Furnaces and Towns, so I assume it helps against Mono Red, like you say. But this is my first time playing against Mono Red with Vivi Izzet. Oh, they have the Frenzy. Okay. That's pretty sad. We were never going to outscale the Frenzy, though. It kind of is what it is. Right? Sure thing. Notably, Flood Maw can bounce the Soulstone if they activate it this turn. Or can bounce the Scrum Assist, I suppose. God, I really want to activate this Sauna next turn. Yes, I'm taking 2, but I don't love it. Oh, the Cutter. Interesting. Yeah, worry about activating the Sauna is going to be too slow. But I also feel like I desperately need the resources. Alright. They can hit me for 5. Oh, they're activating the Soulstone. Fascinating. Okay. Well, let's go Cutter. Fire off Opts. Another Cutter. Second Cutter is really good, but I worry that it's not really what this game's about. I kind of need to find an instant so I can make another token in their turn. Is my suspicion. Or I could find a mountain. Alright, I think I might be dead. Put it lightly. Rage me, uwu. Burst lightning. Yeah, gross. Alright, game free. Gets beyond the play. I keep that game as a little medium, so hopefully a stronger keep can get us there. Alright, definitely keeping this. Turn 1 Torch, turn 2 Drake Hatcher is the dream. Answer their threat, force them to have an answer. Just like ideal play pattern here. The higher claw is like not very impressive. This might be a waste of a torch. I just really want to be on the front foot this game. Here's the Manifold. Definitely the spooky one. Oh, I could attack and make a Drake. I could also just make this Vivi. Oh, I should have attacked already. Oh my god, I'm so silly. I'm so silly. I missed the damage. Obviously, they never block. Scream. I missed the damage and a counter. I just got too excited about resolving this Vivi because I drew a land for turn. The counter matters so much too. Bird of a Drake. Anyway, we're here now. Stormchaser's talent, huh? I think that's probably good, question mark. Steel Cutter good. Probably bad, question mark. We really don't know. Do I attack with the Hatcher? Offer the trade? I think I do. They let me have a Drake, that's phenomenal. And if they trade, I honestly think I'm very on board with that because this VB is going to be unkillable. And then this Stormchasers lets me immediately return a card with this Vivi. Alright, I will admit, this game Vivi's being pretty busted. This Vivi with the Stormchasers talent card. Kind of delightful. Okay. Another Scremesis, you say? Okay. Please don't have Monstrous Rage. They do not have Monstrous Rage. Thank goodness. That makes this game much more winnable. Oh, do I ever go for mode 3? Really tempting. It might just be a bit greedy though. I can go for mode 2 and get back a torch. Dark Ritual cooled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we spend 1, then this makes 9. And 9 can spend 6 to level up and 4 to get back torch. I mean, that doesn't sound bad. I'm willing to believe I'm like gonna miss lethal here somehow. But also this situation seems pretty reasonable for me, so imagine it will be fine. Are we interested in attacking? Feel like the answer is probably yes. Or maybe these otters are meant to get in there. Opt was mana neutral. True. An excellent point. Although Opt now gets to make an otter token, so who could say? No, you're right, we probably should have cast the Opt. Alright. That Vivi, pretty busted, I gotta say. Just spinning my wheels and assuming it works out. God, there's so many arguments to holding this talent. It triggers Vivi, it triggers Cutter. I don't know. Alright, we're playing against one of the 2 good decks. That's exciting. Oh. Stray Catcher is also pretty exciting. Get to go Cutter Flood Maw next turn. Laugh all the way to the bank. I could also just Vivi first. My brain's melting a little bit. Vivi first or not? It does feel like if I go Cutter Flood Maw, it's incredibly hard to lose this game. I hit for 8. I get a Drake. I'm sorry, Vivi. I'm sure you'll be good later. Yeah, the Vivi could die. And then, like, we're potentially set back on tempo. My big fear is that I play this Vivi out, they play a haste creature, and then they get to Witch Stalker the Vivi for, like, 1 mana. I feel like that would be a disaster. Opponent is on defense. You love to see it. Meanwhile, we are most definitely not on defense. Triggers. I would like to declare some triggers, opponent. Is this acceptable? How many things am I attacking with? I might just attack like free bird. This probably might be unhinged. Maybe I meant to attack all. I kind of don't want to enable Witchstalker Frenzy. Or like ram head first into a Monstrous Rage or whatever. I guess Monstrous Rage wouldn't be that bad. Maybe not attacking all of these. So if I was to have re-equipped an attack tool, if they have Frenzy, they could like Frenzy, Drakecatcher, Swift Spear eats this. Challenger eats a thing. Yeah, it's like so heinous for me is the thing. Whereas here, it's like, I don't know, they get to kill a cutter token, maybe. I don't care. Force them to do something. If it's not rage, they don't even get to answer it cleanly. Alright, nice. And now we have Flood Maw next turn, thanks to Vivi mana. They are attacking all. What was if they have 4 Monstrous Rages? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let me see. So if they have 4 Monstrous Rages and I block with 4 toughness, I win. Yeah, sure, why not? Double count, 3 plus 8 is 11. Plus 2 is 13. Plus another 8 is 21. And we have 4 toughness. So we take 17. Alright. Go wild, friend. Oh no, my Vivi. Oh no, my token. Yes, I don't. Oh, I do still have Lethal. I just re-equip Cutter. Also, they didn't have a Rage. Okay, I no longer have Lethal, I guess, but also seems somewhat hard to lose. Alright, that was a nice game. Oh, that Pyroclasm was a pretty phenomenal draw. It must be said. Right. Not the best sleight of hand ever. I guess it means we're not drawing lands for 2 turns in a row. Magebane Lizard is a problem. Indeed, indeed. Oh my god. Opponent, stop. Game is going to be so hard to win. How does anyone beat Magebane Lizard? Asking for a rainy. We just don't know. Indeed. Love to cast a free drop and have it die for 1 mana. Oh boy. Looking for ill-timed explosion. Well, that was a little grim. I will not deny. If this hand draws red mana, it's really nice. But also it could not do that, and I could lose the game. Great. I guess I'm not going to 4. Oh my god, y'all. This is grim. What a perfect mana base. Honestly, the best mana base I've ever seen in my life. I love Verges. Aren't Verges fun? The Hatcher has arrived. Maybe they missed their 3rd land drop. I was kind of wondering if they might, because their opening lands were like kind of janky. Although obviously the Manifold Mouse is utterly terrifying, so maybe it won't matter. Start running towns instead and take 1,000,000 damage. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a thing I'm gonna do. God, can you imagine if we'd found Pyroclasm though? Am I re-equipping or am I blocking 4 damage? I guess there's an argument for just like having everything back. We'd lose Drakecatcher token. I don't know. Oh, they find the land. That is bad news for us. I was really hoping they wouldn't find actual red mana. Maybe it's illegal to block. But the thing is, as of next turn, we're in Monstrous Rage territory. But also not blocking means I can maybe randomly kill them, so I don't know. Screaming Nemesis, that makes it somewhat harder to randomly kill them. Oh. Alright. Get in for 9. Not dead to Rage. We do need to find some Prowess triggers for next turn, but you know, that's just being on a multi-5. You need to get a little bit lucky. It is how it be. Terrifying. Why not make a Drake? I can make a Drake whenever I want. There's no rush. The only thing stopping me from making a Drake is eventual arena timer issues. I'm just turbo dead to Double Rage. Double Rage doesn't exist and can't hurt me. I guess I'm blocking like this. And you can go Rage Burst Lightning, I guess. That would suck. Why did they elect to not kill me? Oh, maybe they do kill me. Wait, why did they elect to not kill me? I'm confused. Didn't they just have lethal? Unless they didn't want to kill you. Yeah, they were enjoying the game too much. Why not just let it continue? Alright, well. Obviously we lost that game in spirit, but thankfully my opponent can't count to 14. So, we won. We'll take it. I think if they raged the challenger, we took exactly 14 with us on 14. Because it becomes 6. Because challenger plus rage is always 6, right? And then 7 off Witchstalker. And then you double it. Yeah, but I didn't block the challenger, right?